report Friday that said Iranian hackers broke into the account of a high-ranking official on the U.S. presidential campaign in June. And Politico reports it's been receiving emails from an anonymous account with documents from inside Trump's operation.
Fox's Jill Nato. Vice President Kamala Harris talking about the ongoing Israel-Hamas war during a Saturday campaign swing.
Far too many civilians have been killed. I mean, Israel has a right to go after the terrorists that are Hamas. But as I have said many, many times, they also have, I believe, an important responsibility.
The VP speaking in Arizona before heading on to an event in Las Vegas. America's listening to Fox News.
They say to make yourself indispensable at work, so I developed a digital catering solution that only I can operate. Okay, it's actually EasyCater.com.
David!
They love me, because I, the director of catering logistics, not a real job, use EasyCater to get catering from all our favorite restaurants. Tight budget? No problem. Need vegetarian options? Gluten-free? Check and check.
D-Man, you crushed lunch today.
It was easy. EasyCater.
EasyCater is your all-in-one tech platform for ordering food for work. Start your order at EasyCater.com.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated in the best hearing aids of 2024 by USA Today, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, just $189.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 500,000 happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
I'm Susan Lee, and this is the Fox Business Report.
The major averages ending higher for the day and notching modest declines for the week following Monday's dramatic sell-off. The next big test for markets will come next week when more economic data are due, including reports on inflation and retail sales. The Magnificent Seven stocks were mixed as the group of mega-cap tech stocks continued to languish on Friday. Amazon was the leader of the pack. The Dow up 51 points, the Nasdaq up 85, S&P 500 higher by 25. Shares of Cisco falling nearly 1% after a Reuters report said that the networking and software company is planning further job reductions. The report said that Cisco could be looking to eliminate thousands more jobs on top of the approximately 4,000 layoffs that were announced earlier in the year. Sources say Cisco could make an announcement as soon as Wednesday when it's slated to post quarterly results. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Hillary Barsky, invested in you.
Connect to Fox News Audio on the Fox News app. Listen to hear your favorite hosts like Brian Kilmeade, Jimmy Fallon, and Guy Benson standing up for what's right, live and via podcast. Just click listen, then swipe right and hear the latest news updates on your time. And scroll down to hear the latest podcasts from Fox News. And it's even easier to listen in the car with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Get programming alerts and notifications. Fox News Audio is on the Fox News app. The voices America trusts. Download it now.
A careless driver can change your life in an instant. Do you know what to do or who to call? If you've been injured in a motor vehicle accident and don't have an attorney, call Auto Accident Help Desk for a free consultation. We can answer all of your questions and estimate the potential value of your case. Call Auto Accident Help Desk and connect with an expert personal injury attorney.
Call 800-815-5033. 800-815-5033.
Don't worry how to handle your medical bills, lost wages, and pain. We will get you the money you deserve.
They got me way more than the insurance company offered.
The consultation is free, and you don't pay any legal fees unless we win or settle your case. Make the smart call if you've been injured in an auto accident. Call Auto Accident Help Desk for a free legal consultation.
Call 800-815-5033. 800-815-5033. 800-815-5033.
Auto Accident Help Desk.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Isaac Lowenkron.
In the gold medal game in women's basketball at the Olympics, France led Team USA by 10 points, 35-25, with 6:45 left in the third quarter. But since then, the Americans have gone on a 14-5 run. So with 2.5 minutes left to play in the third quarter, it's a 1-point game. France 40, the United States 39. Earlier today, American Jennifer Valente won the gold medal in women's track cycling, and in the gold medal match in women's volleyball. Italy defeated Team USA 3-0. NFL Saturday night, Jacksonville defeated the Kansas City Chiefs 26-13, but new Kansas City receiver Marquise Brown dislocated his shoulder. Andy Reid saying afterwards that Brown will miss some time because of the injury. Baseball Saturday night, Matt Olson of the Atlanta Braves hit 2 home runs that had 6 RBI in an 11-8 victory at Colorado.
News Radio KYRO weather from the Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions Weather Center, online at MeyerListings.com. Broken clouds in Troy, getting down to 58 overnight tonight. Monday's high will be in the mid-60s, heavy intensity rain likely. Temperatures in the upper 70s forecast on Tuesday. Currently in Troy it's 71. In Wentzville it's 72 degrees. Perfect homes, commercial real estate or farm ground, Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, online at MeyerListings.com. I'm Erica Walters.
Well, good Sunday morning. It's time for Uncensored Wrestling Talk right here in the new Gateway Fiber Studio here on News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO, also on the KYRO Facebook feed, the Traveling East Productions Facebook and YouTube channel. Go like and subscribe, and also on the Uncensored Wrestling Talk Facebook page. Join us with your comments and your questions. And first off, we got to thank our sponsors. The house that Harley Race built, the one and only World League Wrestling. What an amazing event that we had last night, and we're going to talk about that this morning. But first, I want to talk to everybody about something that's going to happen next Saturday on August the 17th. The Missouri Thunder Veterans Charities Local Heroes Ride 2024 in honor of fallen Marines Jared Schmidt and Colin Arslan Bass. Again, Saturday, August the 17th. The ride's going to start at the Iron Cross Liquor in Moscow Mills. Kickstands up at noon. And no, you don't just have to be on a motorcycle. You can be in your regular car as well. First stop's going to be at Mustang Sally's in Troy, Missouri. Second stop's going to be in the VFW in Hawk Point, Missouri. Third stop will be at Shooters in Ellsbury. Fourth stop will be at the St. Charles Harley-Davidson in St. Charles. And then final stop will be at the Buffalo Wild Wings in Wentzville. There'll be event merchandise available and also a silent auction going on. And then a little bit later this morning and this afternoon and through the evening, the Immaculate Conception Old Monroe Parish 2024 picnic is going to be going on. That address is actually at 2436 Highway C in Old Monroe. It's about 2 miles west of Highway 79. They've got prime beef and chicken dinners. Fun for the whole family. Carryouts are even available. And you've got a chance to win a lot of money today as well through their raffles. Third prize is $1,000. Second prize is $2,000. And the grand prize is $10,000. So check it out. Get out there, get some good grub. Enjoy everybody's, fellowship. But right now, in studio, and if you're watching on the Facebook feed, you can see for the third time here on this show, we have got all day Aiden Riley. Good morning, Aiden.
Good morning, Sarge. How are you?
I am hanging in there. How about yourself?
I'm perfect. I'm perfectly fine.
Trying to get your mic to work here. Well, let's try this other mic here real quick. Pull that one over real quick.
Yes, this one right here.
Well, I am not sure what's going on here because I cannot hear you.
Do I press this on button?
There we go. Now we got you.
Hello.
There we go.
Hello, right here. Can you hear me?
On mic number 3, so let me pipe that one off. There we go. Now we've got you. Nope. Try it again.
Yep.
Now you can hear me?
Nope.
Can you hear me?
Not through the set.
Not through the headset. Okay. We're trying to work these bugs out as we're going.
Hello. Oh, I can hear myself on that one.
Okay, there we go. Now you can hear me as well.
Live. Perfect.
All right. So, Mr. Aiden Riley, how are you?
I'm perfect. I'm good.
Are you good?
Yeah.
Because your chest don't say it.
Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
We got some talking to do this morning, my friend. You were in the middle of a lot of stuff last night. You were. I'm confused, and so I'm gonna have you help me understand everything that's going on. But before we get to that, Summer Sizzler last night, and I think you would agree, a pretty doggone great event last night.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah. I mean, I made it a lot better, but I mean.
Wow.
But.
Wow. Okay. I can dig it. You know, we had some really, really cool stuff happen last night. We had not one, but we had 2 debuts last night, and you know, I'll put it out there. A couple of guys that you have trained with as well. Recent graduate, Big Mike, stands 6'8". Wow. And then of course, crazy Jeff Wild, and he right out of the gates. Excuse me. Right out of the gates has one heck of a following. I mean, I don't know if anyone throughout that night, last night, got louder chants than he did. What did you think of Jeff Wild and Big Mike's debuts last night?
Yeah, they were pretty good. I mean, I'll give respect where respect's due. They did really good. Big Mike, obviously, you know, it's in the name. 6'8" and 250 pounds. Looks like an NFL linebacker out there.
He does.
Yeah, he had a good showing. He took it to Blade. Blade did well, but yeah, Jeff come out with a pretty good crowd, and you know, he had a following behind him, and obviously, you know, he come in there, executed what he needed to do. But you know, I thought one thing was funny though about Jeff, because you know, he was in there for the Rumble, and I was in there, and you know, not one time did he ever look my way. So I think I think personally he might be just a little bit scared of me, but yeah, he didn't even want to bother to even try me. So I thought that was kind of funny, because you know, I took it to everybody.
Maybe he wasn't worried about you.
No, that's not it.
Maybe he knew that you were off in your own world.
Nah.
Because you were off in your own world last night.
I think I was in the right mindset, but it was pretty good.
Let's talk about some of these matches that went on last night.
I'm down.
Because as you were talking about, 6'8" Big Mike, nearly 250 pounds, and I gotta imagine that as he goes through his career, he's gonna get even bigger. I mean, as far as weight wise and muscle mass and all that sort of thing. But Blade Lennox and he, what a match they had to start the evening off.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was heavy hitting. They went after each other, and they didn't hold anything back. So I thought that was pretty cool. You know, when you get two guys that, you know, are ferocious competitors, and you know, they invite violence, that you often get like what I would call a good old, and Jim Ross would call it a good old slobber knocker. So that was pretty good. You had two guys that were wanting to prove their mark inside of World League Wrestling, and I think, you know, they're well on their way of doing so.
I would agree. I would 100% agree. And of course, you know, Blade Lennox, he was able to secure his very first singles win in WLW. So that was really, really cool to see him accomplish that.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I'm proud of him for that. That's obviously a good thing. Obviously, it was a roll up, but a win's a win, I guess. Even if it's a stealing victory out of the jaws of defeat or whatever that saying is, somewhere in Texas, out in Tennessee, something like that. But
are you downplaying that?
No, not necessarily. But obviously, when he rolled him up 1, 2, 3, Big Mike got right back up. So it's not like he'd taken Big Mike out. So.
Well, this is true. But I would imagine, and you can speak to this, because you've been in the ring training with Big Mike for over these last, I guess, year and a half, almost 2 years or so. When you are that big of a person, and that bulky of a person, meaning he's a big guy, he really truly is. Speed is a little bit on the lesser side of stuff, right?
Oh yeah, when you're 6'8" and you take 2 steps and you're from one side of the ring to the other, I don't really think you need a whole lot of speed. And you got arms that are long as the ropes as well. So, that dude, he's a vacuum. It just gets you right in, and he's got a grip. I just saw it firsthand in the Rumble. So he's not a weak dude at all. He's pretty strong, and I think once he realizes how exactly strong he is, then that's when people should start really paying attention.
Yeah, I would agree with that as well. And like I said, with him, I really believe that for Big Mike, sky is the limit. Really, truly. And I don't mean that he can just reach up and grab this guy, because he can do that already. But, the potential that's there, sky is the limit.
Yeah, I think he's young. I think he's only like 21. I think he's 20 or 21, maybe just turned 21. So he's got a bright future ahead of him. So as long as he sticks to it, and as long as he keeps in the gym, and I think he's gonna be one to watch out for.
Absolutely. And then we'll move on to and that of course was the dark match for last night, before everything really got kicked off. And for the WLW Junior Heavyweight Championship, we saw the Deliverer, Moses, the champion, going up against Sabotage Sean Logan. And, I know sitting in the back, Raheem De La Suede was not a happy camper, because not too long ago, at the last event, in fact, I had an interview with him, and he was the first one. He was the first one to step up and accept that challenge that the Deliverer Moses has put out there. And he did not get that shot last night. So he was pretty well fuming last night. But that match between Sabotage Sean Logan and the Deliverer was pretty doggone good, I thought. And the Deliverer delivered yet again, because he defended and retained that championship. Your thoughts on Sabotage Sean Logan as a competitor, but also the Deliverer Moses as the WLW Junior Heavyweight Champion, and holding on to the belt as long as he has so far.
Excuse me. Yeah, Sabotage, we've seen him a few times. I've seen him a few times, and he's great. He great competitor. I'll say this: he's great looking guy, great hair, great body. He keeps himself in shape. I kind of might have to get some pointers from him, but no, he's really good. He gave it to Moses. And he did exactly what he was trying to do. He was trying to sabotage the old championship reign of Moses, but Moses is going to deliver, and that's just what he did. And unfortunately, he just come up short. But Moses, yeah, he's held onto that title for a long time. I don't know exactly how many days now it is, but I've stepped up to the plate. Sabotage just stepped up to the plate. Raheem, hopefully is waiting in the wings. Maybe he might get his challenge. I don't know, but I did notice that he was not a very happy camper at all. So, as long as Moses has got that belt around his waist, I think he's kind of just in control. So until someone can, I guess, knock him off the throne, so to speak, then, I guess to each their own. The championships is.
Well, I had interviews with both the Deliverer Moses last night and Raheem De La Suede, and you'll be able to see those coming up in the next couple of weeks on World League Wrestling's Facebook page. And I tell you what, stuff's a brewing. Stuff is a brewing between the Deliverer and Raheem De La Suede. And that tag team name that they have, because they have done quite well together as a tag team. But that tag team name of Technical Difficulties really truly applies here. It really does.
Yeah, in terms that way, yeah. Like you're not wrong. If there's a bunch of turmoil going on with them, then yeah, that's some technical difficulties. Just like we had just about a little bit just not even 15 minutes ago.
Yep, absolutely. So we are up against our very first break here on Uncensored Wrestling Talk. But when we come back, we're going to jump right back in to last night's event, Summer Sizzler, and what a show it was. And stay tuned, because I got some beef with this young man here all day, Aiden Riley, and I want to know exactly where his head is at and why he's doing the things he's doing. And we'll do that right after these messages.
Hi, I'm Ryan Ruppel, one of the pastors at Redemption Road Church in Winfield. I want to personally invite you to worship and hear the good news of Jesus right here on News Radio KYRO every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. I hope you'll join us this week.
If you see a down power line, Quiver River Electric reminds you to always assume the line is energized and dangerous. Avoid going near it or anything in contact with the power line. Never drive over a down power line or through water touching the power line. If you see a down power line, notify the local authorities immediately. To learn more, call us at 1-800-392-3709 or visit safeelectric.org, a safety message from Quiver River Electric Cooperative.
New and used firearms, gun repair, and all types of outdoor accessories on Main Street in downtown Winfield. Black Flag Outfitters. Check us out on Facebook or stop by at 203 Main Street in Winfield. 636-358-0992.
Well, welcome back to Uncensored Wrestling Talk right here on News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. And, of course, on all of the feeds, you've got KYRO's Facebook feed, the Traveling East Facebook feed, and YouTube channel. Go like and subscribe. And the Uncensored Wrestling Talk Facebook feed. If you want to join us in conversation, if you've got questions, that's where you need to do. That's where you need to go, is one of those Facebook feeds, and we will see your questions. And Hopefully, Aiden Riley will be able to answer those questions for us this morning, because I know that I've got several questions for him, and we're going to get to those here in just a few minutes. However, let's talk about another match that we saw last night, Aiden. And you had Campbell Myers with S.K. Bishop in his corner. They're called the Premier, taking on Stephen O'Neal and his brother in his corner, Devin O'Neal, the O'Neal brothers. What a hard-hitting match that was.
You know who the O'Neal brothers remind me of?
Who's that?
The Bash brothers.
Really?
Yeah.
O'Neal a bit bigger?
Yeah, just a bit bigger. It's funny. No, that match was really good. I liked that. We obviously can see what's going on, but the match was very great. I liked it. You got the O'Neals, I like it. The O'Neals rule. I like that. That's funny. That's good.
You like that, huh?
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Campbell Myers and the Premier SK Bishop. They're cool. They're interesting. They're athletic. They're great. They're great workers, athletes. And I think that was one of my underrated, one of my favorite matches. I think it was just on the go, and they just kept it from bell to bell, 100% all go, and so I think that I like that. So that was pretty good.
You know, I know that with the Premier, they have got all of the potential in the world. They have been around several different mainstream places, but the O'Neill brothers, I gotta agree with you. Holy moly. These two young men, and we're going to have them in studio very, very soon. We're working on that for next month. But just like Big Mike, I really believe for them as well, the sky truly is the limit. And they're already holding tag team championship gold in several organizations.
Yeah, I think. Well, what was it? I was back there or whatever, and they told me how old they were, and I didn't realize that these kids were like years younger than me, and they look like they're 30, and they're just talented. They're huge. I mean, the moves that they can, work together off of. Like, I think that they gave somebody a double body slam or something. Like, I think they gave Blade it was a double tag team move or something. That was pretty wild. I seen that. So and the Rumble, that was really good. But yeah, man, that was a good match. The O'Neills, they're really coming into their own in World League too. So they might be ones to look out for.
Well, with last night, Stephen O'Neill honestly didn't surprise me with picking up the win. It could have gone either way throughout that entire match. I mean, Campbell Myers had his chances. He really truly did. But again, with the O'Neill brothers, they also, granted, Campbell Myers had SK Bishop out there, but when you've got both of those O'Neill brothers together, they're almost a force, an unstoppable force.
Well, I think it's the aura that they give off, the vibe, or whatever you would call it. That even if you're SK Bishop, out there on the apron, helping out Campbell, but seeing Devin over there in Steven's corner, just his presence there is gonna probably deter most men, 80% of the men in that locker room. So they're just.
Would it deter you?
I'm not scared of anybody. Would it give me a little bit of a thought? Would I have to second guess myself? Maybe a little bit, but I'll bring the fight to anybody. So maybe not necessarily me, but if that's what happened with SK, then that's what happened with him. Not saying one thing or the other about either of them guys, but I'm not scared to fight anybody, Sarge.
Wow, there's man, oh man, y'all. I tell you what. Let's talk about another match real quick before we really jump into some serious business here. And this is also serious business, though. Skylar Sparks and Tootie Lynn last night had. Well, let's start talking about the very beginning of all of this, because not very long ago, Skylar Sparks and Tootie Lynn teamed up and went up against Kenzie Page, the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, and her sister Kylie Page at Night of Champions 5. And unfortunately, although they came very, very close on several different occasions, but unfortunately they didn't pick up the win against those NWA ladies. But after that match was over with, those NWA ladies, with the help of their manager, Aaron Stevens, by the way, put a beat down on both Tootie and on Skylar. And it took Cameron Brené to come out from the back and jump into the ring to get the NWA gals to stop and to take off. So I guess you could call that a save, right?
Yeah.
And then the next event, it was scheduled where Cameron Brené was going to take on Skylar Sparks. And we were all looking forward to a very competitive match between those two young ladies. You know, Skylar Sparks just starting last year as a competitor. Cameron Bernay coming in from NXT, had just finished up working in NXT, and was looking to go right back to the top here in World League Wrestling. And Cameron Bernay came out on crutches. What was your first thoughts when you saw Cameron Bernay on those crutches?
Well, usually when you see a competitor on crutches, you think, oh, man, obviously, now things have changed because they're obviously hurt. I thought, that she was for real hurt. She had the whole wrap around her knee or the brace on her knee or whatever. I know she tore her ACL or something
in the past.
Yeah, in the past. And so I was like, oh no, she must have re-injured it during maybe like training or something, whatever the happens chance of you re-injure your knee. Mm-hmm. And so I thought, I thought just like everybody else had thought that she had hurt her knee and unfortunately wasn't going to be able to compete.
Well, she gets into the ring while on crutches and is telling everybody, she has re-injured her knee. And so there wasn't going to be a match between her and Skylar that evening. Skylar and Cameron hugged. A little bit of pleasantries going on between the two of them. Skylar starts to get out of the ring. And once you know it, Cameron Bernay just waylays into Skylar Sparks with those crutches. Not one, but both crutches. And then breaks one of those crutches over the back of Skylar Sparks.
Yeah. I mean, I watched it. I think we were standing side by side. We watched it and watched the handle of the crutch fly off and the somehow, some way, we found that one of the crutches that crutch in the back, and it was bent basically in half.
Yeah.
And you could probably tell the imprint of Skylar's back on that crutch. So
sure.
She that was a dastardly thing to do.
It was coming from someone. Oh, I'm not gonna get there yet. But yes, it was quite dastardly.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, I think you picked that word correctly there, Aiden Riley. Dastardly.
She did what she had to do.
I think you know a little bit of something about dastardly. And then the next event, a couple events later, we saw Tootie Lynn have a match with WWE's Hall of Famer, the fabulous Freebird, Terry Bam Bam Gordy, his daughter Miranda Gordy. And what a competitor she is. I will give it to her all day, all night long. She is one of the best women competitors that's out there doing the craft right now. However, and it was for the WLW Ladies Division Championship. Tootie Lynn retained against Miranda Gordy. However, after that match was over with, Miranda Gordy just started attacking her and left her laying in the middle of the ring. And what I found the most intriguing about all of that, and head-scratching about all of that, was when she got out, she grabbed an envelope from Ben Simon that when she got to the back, I kind of saw that envelope a little bit. And it actually said hit money on that envelope. I don't know what is going on with this ladies division, but it's crazy. It's crazy right now.
Yeah, I mean it's wild. You got Cameron Bernay making a statement, hitting Skylar. You got Skylar and Tootie going haywire and fighting each other. Fighting each other in the back, and then now you got that going on with Miranda Gordy getting hit money from who? Who's she getting hit money from? And is it just Tootie that's the target, or are we gonna see her back again? And maybe she's gonna attack, maybe Skylar or maybe somebody else. Who knows? What's her plan? So yeah, you got kind of a bunch of storylines going on right now with the ladies division that you can't you don't want to sit on because you might be surprised at any other turn, you know.
And that evening I was doing an interview with Tootie Lynn, and in the middle of that interview, Skylar Sparks interrupted that interview, and she basically was telling her, how does it feel to be out there all alone when you had somebody that could have helped you? And off she walked off, and Tootie Lynn was confused as much as I was. I had no clue what was going on there. But Tootie Lynn also stopped doing the interview with me and took off after Skylar Sparks to find out exactly what was going on. And then within about 20 seconds or so, I heard the scuffle going on right in the very next room. And when I went in there, you were involved as well in this, of the pull apart between Skylar Sparks and Tootie Lynn. And going into that, granted they're competitors and they've faced each other several times in the ring, faced opponents together, but outside of all of this, they're friends. First and foremost, they're very good friends until now. And they were going at it as if they were mortal enemies.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, because I just remember changing, and I just heard a commotion going on and people fighting, and I come out, and that's when we pulled them apart because they were fighting or whatever. But yeah, man, I don't know. I mean, I don't know when it's gonna end. I don't know what the end goal is with them. I don't know if they're just gonna keep fighting until one comes up on top, and whether that be Skylar taking the gold from Tootie or Tootie keeping it and sending Skylar packing. I don't know. What is it? Or is maybe Cameron gonna get involved? Miranda gonna get involved? Maybe is there somebody new that's gonna get involved? Who knows?
Well, they had a match last night. Tootie Lynn, Skylar Sparks. And to be quite honest about it, wrestling fans, there was nothing settled last night. There really wasn't.
Nobody won.
It was a double count out.
Yeah, nobody won.
Double count out. I mean, but with what's going on, I don't even think, even if there was a winner in that match, I don't think that would have been the end of it.
No, yeah, that's a hard one to say. Yeah, I mean, because obviously this is what, their third match.
I believe last night was their fourth match.
Was their fourth match?
Was their fourth one-on-one match.
Yeah.
Here in World League Wrestling.
And it's obviously probably not going to be the last. Obviously, because they both got double counted out.
Now, of course, it was non-title. It was a non-title match last night.
Well, that is true, but at the same time, Skylar, I know she probably wants her rematch, and I know that obviously something's gonna have to be basically done about that. I don't know whether that's Skylar challenging her again or whatever that may happen. So it's gonna be interesting. It'll be very interesting to see how that culminates and who comes away the victor in that.
Well, talking with Skylar Sparks before that match, she said that it wasn't about wins or losses, and it's not about championships. It's about showing everyone that Skylar Sparks is the division. She is the ladies' division. She is one of the ones that got the ladies' division back up and going again. And to be honest about it, and yes, I am wearing a Skylar Sparks t-shirt, and you can get those at the events. She's got a really big merchandise line going now. She's not lying. She is one of those ones, along with Tootie Lynn, to bring back women's wrestling to World League Wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, that's absolutely no one can take away from her. I mean, that's true. I mean, they were the first match. That Tootie and her was the first ladies match since, what was it?
A year ago at the last Summer Sizzler.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, so that's crazy.
Well, we are up against our second break right now here on Uncensored Wrestling Talk. And when we get back, Aiden, we got to have a serious discussion about what's going on with you. Because all kinds of stuff happened last night that centered around you. And dastardly? Yeah, that's a great word. That's a great word. And we're going to talk some more right after these messages here on Uncensored Wrestling Talk on News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO, and all the Facebook feeds.
A careless driver can change your life in an instant. Do you know what to do or who to call? If you've been injured in a motor vehicle accident and don't have an attorney, call Auto Accident Help Desk for a free consultation. We can answer all of your questions and estimate the potential value of your case. Call Auto Accident Help Desk and connect with an expert personal injury attorney.
Call 800-815-5033. 800-815-5033.
Don't worry how to handle your medical bills, lost wages, and pain. We will get you the money you deserve.
They got me way more than the insurance company offered.
The consultation is free, and you don't pay any legal fees unless we win or settle your case. Make the smart call if you've been injured in an auto accident. Call Auto Accident Help Desk for a free legal consultation.
Call 800-815-5033. 800-815-5033. 800-815-5033.
Auto Accident Help Desk. Trust the professionals at Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions. Buying or selling, they'll make your dreams come true. Here's commercial property and development expert Rick Meyer.
Lincoln County has seen tremendous growth, and especially in residential, but along with that brings commercial development opportunities. Meyer & Company Real Estate's really tried to focus, and a lot of my direct focus has been on how can we bring good growth to our area, bring the services that we need. I think there has been a lot of interest by commercial developers to come and bring projects to, and we're right in the middle of it. There is a lot of interest in multifamily apartments or villas. Bottom line, not everybody can afford to buy a new house or find a place of their own on acreage. We really do have a need for multifamily and rental properties, whether it's a retail type operation. We're trying to attract those type businesses to the area as well.
Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, North Lincoln Drive in Troy, 636-462-5555. Online at MeyerListings.com.
This August, Seidenstuger Nobe Partners is offering discounts to keep all your equipment running smoothly. You can save on oil and filters, plus enjoy 15% off thousands of parts for your John Deere compact tractor. It's time to stock up and save. Don't miss out on these limited time offers. Visit snpartners.com for more details. Seidenstuger Nobe, your partner for the land.
Offer valid through 8/31/2024. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
News Radio KYRO weather from the Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions Weather Center, online at MeyerListings.com. Broken clouds in Troy, getting down to 58 overnight tonight. Monday's high will be in the mid-60s. Heavy intensity rain likely. Temperatures in the upper 70s forecast on Tuesday. Currently in Troy it's 74. In Warrenton it's 74 degrees. Perfect homes, commercial real estate or farm ground, Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, online at MeyerListings.com. I'm Erica Walters.
Well, welcome back to Uncensored Wrestling Talk here on News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO, and excuse me, all of our feeds. Join us with your comments and your questions. And I do have a question for you, Aiden Riley, from the Facebook page, and it is from Superfan Tim Williams, and he says, excuse me, I've got a frog in the throat. Talking about tag teams. Aiden, do you have any aspirations to be in a tag team? And if so, who would you like to tag team with?
Ooh, that's a good question, Tim. Yeah, I do eventually want to be in a tag team. I think it'd be cool because at some point I would like to have every belt inside of World League. Okay. I want to hold all the belts in World League Wrestling. And to answer your question of who I want to be in a tag team with, thinking about the roster in my head, I think there's one person that I think I gravitate towards because after all the losing that I've been having happen, I think the person that I need to look at is one of the most successful in World League, and I think I'd like to tag with Superstar Steve. I can hear myself. Yeah.
So you're talking. Say that. Can you explain that one more time? Say that again.
So the question was whether I'd be in a tag team and who I'd want to be tag with. I'd want to be in a tag team. I think I want to hold gold in all the gold in World League. The junior heavyweight, eventually maybe the heavyweight and the tag team gold. And the person that I comes to mind is Superstar Steve. I would like to tag with him. I mean, he's got the World League world heavyweight title. He's won gold. He's won gold everywhere all around the world. All he does is really win. I mean, he's a superstar for a reason. So I think yeah, I'd like to tag with Steve if I got the chance.
No, that's quite interesting. That's really interesting. You had a match last night. You had a match with a man that has faced off several times in the recent past, in the last couple of months, with Superstar Steve. The one and only Camaro Jackson. Was really looking forward to a competitive match between yourself and Camaro Jackson. A couple of months ago, I don't know what's gotten into you, but a couple of months ago, the Legacy himself, Leland Race, coming out of the office there at World League Wrestling, you slapped him. And I can somewhat understand because you're trying to make a point. You're trying to get yourself out there and make a difference. But you had a match with Leland after that slap, and it was a good competitive match. You did well. You did very well. And Leland went to go and show you a little bit of respect after that match was over with. And you hauled off and you slapped him again after the match was over with. And then you took out running. Then we get to this match. And it started off, and Camaro had you down a little bit, kicked you off. You weren't happy about it, but you gathered yourself. You stuck your hand out to shake his hand, and you hauled off and you slapped him.
I did.
Why? What is going on with you? Because that's not the end of it. It was a shorter match than I'm sure that you would have wanted. I get it. Losses happen. But after the match was over with, you went to the back, and then we saw you come back with a pipe in your hand, and you hit Camaro Jackson from behind. You didn't even do it from the front. You hit him from behind and the back of the leg.
Oh yeah. You want to see the pipe? I brought it.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I brought it. Look.
If you're watching on the Facebook feed, you can now see all day Aiden Riley holding the pipe that he used against Camaro Jackson last night at Summer Sizzler.
That's right. And Sarge, you ask, what's gotten into me? You know what? I'll just tell you what's gotten into me, Sarge. Here, I'll just put this right here. After losing, I hate losing more than I love winning. Let's just put that out there real quick. I've gone against the Giants in World League Wrestling. I've gone against Leland. I've gone against Moses. I've gone against Raheem. I've gone against Madman Max Sterling. I've gone against now Camaro. And what's the common theme? What's the common outcome that's happened?
Well, you have yet to grab yourself that W that you're desperately looking for.
Right.
And I understand that, and I get it. I get frustration. Sure. Right. We all deal with frustration.
And every time I've come out, I keep hearing little snide marks, and I don't ever let little BS things get under my skin. But when you're in a moment of vulnerability after going 10, 12, 15 minutes in a brutal, violent fight, and when you're leaving that ring and someone says, hey, short stuff, hey, midget, calling me all kinds of little what do you call them? I'd almost call them slurs. You know what I'm saying? Just
slang slurs.
Talk about me about my height and my size.
Sure.
It kind of just gets on your skin a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I've decided that I'm gonna reach out. And I can only do so much. I've studied the film. I've done, and I've seeked where I've done wrong, what I've not been doing, and why I've been losing. And I try to implement new things, and I just can't do it. So I've reached out, and I've talked to one of the most historied men in World League Wrestling. That is
the most historic men in World League Wrestling.
Definitely on my Mount Rushmore of World League Wrestling. That's Superstar Steve.
Really?
I believe so. Absolutely, he's one of the day ones. He's got the gold for 650. Well, I guess when was that post? A few days ago. So it's probably at 660 or whatever days now. Mm-hmm. And it's not going to stop, because now with me, he's offered to take me under his wing, and I think I might gladly accept that, because I can only do so much, and now I think it's time for me to get an outside source, a second mind, to help me navigate my way through this dark time of losing, to where I can turn around and take these losses and turn them into victories. And whether I may have to do that, the, so to speak, right way or my way.
Well, I'm flabbergasted. I'm just.
And you see this? You see this?
If you're seeing it on the Facebook
this is
page,
why
he is showing off.
I did what I did to Camaro.
Beaten red chest of his just below his neck. You know as well as I do, all day, Aiden Riley, that kind of stuff happens. It happens when you're in the match with the caliber of a competitor like Camaro Jackson. You know this. But, something else I want to ask you about that you did not know that I was basically just a few steps away from. I overheard you last night talking to somebody on your phone about how you did the job for him. Who were you talking to, and were you referencing hitting Camaro Jackson with this very pipe that's sitting here in the studio right now?
I mean, I might not have. I'm just doing things that I've been told, and there's some things that are in the works, and unfortunately, I didn't get the win. But what I was told to do was, I'm gonna try, and I think I did a pretty good job at basically making Camaro Jackson not able to compete at the 25th anniversary show to compete for that World League Heavyweight title.
All right, Aiden, I gotta stop you just for a moment. I'm just gonna come out straight out and ask you then, since you're beating around the bush here. Was it Superstar Steve that you had on the phone last night, and is it Superstar Steve's bidding that you're doing?
Yeah, I guess.
What do you mean, yeah, you guess?
Yeah, I mean, Steve called me. I mean, we had a conversation. Not that he exactly told me to hit Camaro, but he told me. He said, "Hey," he said I basically had a job to do, and that was to make sure that by any means necessary that Camaro doesn't make it to the 25th anniversary show, and that had nothing really to do what I did. I did what I had to do to get my respect, really. And if that was to to help Superstar, then I guess that's what happens.
Wow. I'm almost at a loss of words with you right now. Like I said, I understand frustration. We all have frustration in our lives. It happens. It's gonna happen, regardless of what you do. But to revert to these type, and you used the word correctly earlier. You said the word dastardly. You're now doing dastardly deeds, and for others.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. I mean, that's a byproduct. I guess I'm doing things for people, but at the same time, I'm doing things to get respect for myself. I gotta make a name for myself, and if that's doing what I need to do, and if taking out Camaro for, I guess, Superstar Steve is the end result, then I guess that's the result. So I guess if you want to say that Superstar Steve was influential in me hitting Camaro, I guess you can say that could be your opinion and your take.
Well, the last event that we saw Superstar Steve at the Race Wrestling Arena last month, he had a match with Camaro Jackson. And coming out of that match, yes, Superstar Steve picked up the win after hitting Camaro Jackson with a roll of quarters. A roll of quarters. Apparently, that wasn't enough. That didn't really truly get the job done. And you tried to finish the job. But you know what? We're coming up on a break. At the top of the hour here in just a little bit. But when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about this. And also about last night. Because the main event, the door to Destiny Rumble, the winner to face Superstar Steve at WLW 25, the 25th year anniversary show that's gonna happen in November. And I think to you and to everybody else that is quote unquote on your side was quite surprised with what happened last night, because even though you tried to finish the job, well, we'll leave it at that, and we'll talk more about this after we come back. Wow. I'm really beside myself. I'm almost speechless with you. I don't know. Right now, I don't know what the right questions are, or even if you're really given the right answers. You've not been like this with me before. You're evasive this morning. You're low-keyed. You're never low-keyed. You're almost like a CTV, a Colton Theron Vaught. High energy all the time. And you have just done a complete 180 turn. But we're going to talk more with All Day, now all night, Aiden Riley, after we come back, right after these messages.
For residential renovation, remodeling, fireplace services, and installation, call First Due Contracting, LLC.
Hi, this is Matt King. For all your jobs, big and small, call First Due Contracting.
Live from the Gateway Fiber Studios, online at gatewayfiber.com. News Radio 105.3, 1280 KYRO Troy. It's 11 o'clock in the Heartland.
News, I'm Jack Callahan. Israel warning civilians to evacuate from parts of Han Yunis, suggesting an attack might be coming in response to rockets fired from there toward Israel. Vice President Harris telling reporters yesterday there needs to be a pause in the Gaza fighting.
We need to get the hostages out. We need a hostage deal, and we need a ceasefire. And I can't stress that strongly enough.
The IDF says it killed 19 Hamas fighters in yesterday's airstrikes in northern Gaza. The Palestinians say scores of civilians were killed. Former President Trump says his campaign's been attacked by foreign hackers who have illegally retrieved sensitive documents. They'll extinguish the Olympic flame in Paris in a few hours.
The closing ceremony will include over 100 performers, acrobats, dancers, and circus artists.
Fox's Michelle Polino. The U.S. leads the medal count with 125 total medals in the Paris Games. America is listening to Fox News.
They say to make yourself indispensable at work, so I developed a digital catering solution that only I can operate. Okay, it's actually EasyCater.com.
David!
They love me, because I, the director of catering logistics, not a real job, use EasyCater to get catering from all our favorite restaurants. Tight budget? No problem. Need vegetarian options? Gluten-free? Check and check.
D-Man, you crushed lunch today.
It was easy. EasyCater.
EasyCater is your all-in-one tech platform for ordering food for work. Start your order at EasyCater.com.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated in the best hearing aids of 2024 by USA Today, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, just $189.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 500,000 happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
I'm Susan Lee, and this is the Fox Business Report.
The major averages ending higher for the day and notching modest declines for the week following Monday's dramatic sell-off. The next big test for markets will come next week when more economic data are due, including reports on inflation and retail sales. The Magnificent Seven stocks were mixed as the group of mega-cap tech stocks continued to languish on Friday. Amazon was the leader of the pack. The Dow up 51 points, the Nasdaq up 85, S&P 500 higher by 25. Shares of Cisco falling nearly 1% after a Reuters report said that the networking and software company is planning further job reductions. The report said that Cisco could be looking to eliminate thousands more jobs on top of the approximately 4,000 layoffs that were announced earlier in the year. Sources say Cisco could make an announcement as soon as Wednesday when it's slated to post quarterly results. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Hillary Barsky, invested in you.
Connect to Fox News Audio on the Fox News app. Listen to hear your favorite hosts like Brian Kilmeade, Jimmy Fallon, and Guy Benson standing up for what's right, live and via podcast. Just click listen, then swipe right and hear the latest news updates on your time. And scroll down to hear the latest podcasts from Fox News. And it's even easier to listen in the car with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Get programming alerts and notifications. Fox News Audio is on the Fox News app. The voices America trusts. Download it now.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems. Listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by call now. 800-656-4735. That's 800-656-4735. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-656-4735.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, Here's Isaac Lowenkron.
Today, the U.S. women's basketball team won its 8th consecutive Olympic gold medal, rallying from a 10-point third-quarter deficit to defeat France 67-66. The Americans shot just 34% from the field, but made 5 out of 6 free throws in the final 17 seconds to hold off France at the very end. Asia Wilson led the United States with 21 points and 13 rebounds. The U.S. women's basketball team has now won 61 consecutive games at the Olympics. American Jennifer Valente won the gold medal today in women's track cycling. In the gold medal match in women's volleyball, Italy defeated Team USA 3-0. One Major League Baseball game going on right now. The Washington Nationals and LA Angels scoreless in the top of the first inning in Washington. Coming up at 1 p.m. Eastern, today's NFL preseason kicks off as the Indianapolis Colts host the Denver Broncos.
News Radio KYRO weather from the Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions Weather Center, online at MeyerListings.com. Broken clouds in Troy, getting down to 58 overnight tonight. Monday's high will be in the mid-60s, heavy intensity rain likely. Temperatures in the upper 70s forecast on Tuesday. Currently in Troy it's 74. In Warrenton it's 74 degrees. Perfect homes, commercial real estate or farm ground, Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, online at MeyerListings.com. I'm Erica Walters.
Well, welcome back to Uncensored Wrestling Talk here on News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO, the KYRO Facebook page, Traveling East Productions, Facebook and YouTube. Go like and subscribe. And, of course, the Uncensored Wrestling Talk Facebook page as well. Join us with your questions and your comments. This morning in studio with me, all day, all night, and I'm not even sure. Aiden Riley is in studio with us this morning, and I do appreciate you taking the time this morning with everything that's going on in your world now. But before we jump back into the conversation with Aiden Riley here, got a little few things to talk to you all about this morning. The Missouri Thunder Veterans Charities Local Heroes Ride 2024 is going to happen next Saturday, August the 17th, to honor fallen Marines Jared Schmitz and Colin Arslan-Bass. That ride is going to start at the Iron Cross Liquor in Moscow Mills. Kickstands are up at noon, and no, you don't have to just be on a motorcycle. First stop's going to be at Mustang Sally's in Troy. Second stop will be at the VFW in Hawk Point, Missouri. Third stop will be at Shooters in Ellsbury. Fourth stop will be at the St. Charles Harley-Davidson in St. Charles, Missouri. And then the final stop will be at the Buffalo Wild Wings in Wentzville. Event merchandise will be available, and a silent auction is going to take place at the Buffalo Wild Wings as well. And then today, starting right now, the Parish 2024 picnic for the Immaculate Conception Old Monroe, 2436 Highway C in Old Monroe, 2 miles west of Highway 79. Prime beef and chicken dinners. Adults $16, children 4 to 10 is $11, and 3 and under get to eat for free. Carryouts will be available. Fun for the whole family. Children's raffles, quilt raffles, country store, kiddie rides, but also a chance to win a lot of money. They've got some raffles going on. Third prize will be for $1,000. Second prize for $2,000. And the grand prize is $10,000. That's a lot of money. A lot of money. Now, Aiden Riley, from the Facebook page, we've got some comments for you. If you are doing dastardly deeds after a match, it's still a loss. unlike Superstar Steve doing something dastardly, but he still gets the win. Heading down the path might get you more beatings than you expect.
I mean, that's a fair point, but, you know, as long as you have this, Sarge, I think a lot of those beatings will be curtailed, if you know what I mean.
And of course, if you're watching on the Facebook feeds, he's holding up this steel pipe. I guess that is his new best friend.
Yeah, it'll be my new best. Yeah, well, we actually became best friends. I slept with it last night, and we cuddled. It was nice. But yeah, I'm not giving it. We've not discussed a name yet. But no, I got a phone call. Actually, it was kind of quite funny. So I got a phone call from Superstar Steve last night, and he said, "Hey, you know, for whatever reason may have you, if you needed it, I did leave a pipe back there." And I was like, "Hey, you know what? I might actually use that real quick. I need that." And I used it, and yeah, that's when, you know, I lost Camaro, and you know, I was like, man, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of losing. And it was the snapping point, and I just say, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna, I guess, take advantage of the tools in my toolbox, if you would, so to speak. And so I just said, hey, you know what? There's a free pipe. I'll take a free steel pipe, and I guess I'll just have to use it. So I did it, and yeah, it's mine now, and I think we're gonna get along very well. So yeah, maybe there might be some beatings, but you know, I don't think there's gonna be too many beatings when unfortunately I've got, you know, again, the steel pipe. So.
Well, you not only have the steel pipe now by your side, you've got Superstar Steve, in your own words, mentoring you now. Because you said it. You said it during the break. You said it off the air that he's mentoring you now.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Wow, Aiden, I'm at a loss. I truly am.
I've had a few of those.
Now I can also understand, because I've been trying to get a hold of you for the last couple of weeks. And I've talked with a few other people, and a few other people have been trying to get a hold of you, and you haven't returned phone calls. You haven't reached back out. Is that part of all this?
I mean, what do they always say? When you move in silence. So I'm just saying, you know, there's been some things going on and with me, and I just rather, you know, not let anybody in on what's going on in the background, and the less people know, the better.
Wow. Just wow. You know, let's continue, move on here, because last night we had the Door to Destiny Rumble, which you were also a part of. You were part of it. You thought, I guess, that with those dastardly deeds, that you would put an end to the night of one Camaro Jackson. Well, we had that Door to Destiny Rumble, and we had 12 competitors in that match. We had Raheem De La Suede. We had the Deliverer Moses, who both started off the night. Blade Lennox. Devin and Stephen O'Neill were both involved in that match. Campbell Myers, a young man that we've already talked about on this show this morning. 6'8", Big Mike involved. Jeff Wild, who I think you would agree got the biggest ovation of the night. His very first match was Door to Destiny Rumble last night. The legacy himself, Leland Race, who you've come to know quite well over the last couple of months, even though he was, hey, I'm going to say it, he was your trainer. He was the one who taught you what you knew beforehand. Sabotage Sean Logan. And to your surprise, and I'm sure much chagrin, the one and only Camaro Jackson. He was still able to get up into that ring and fight. And it came down to Camaro Jackson and Raheem De La Suede. But your little steel pipe here, your new best friend, as you like to call it, you didn't get the job done. You didn't get the job done because Camaro Jackson came out the winner, and he will be facing Superstar Steve at WLW 25, which will happen in November. Your thoughts, sir?
You say I didn't get the job done, and that's a fair point. But I did exactly what I needed to do because I'll just be honest. Camaro's not 100% now. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to hit both legs? It's a war.
I'm sure you would have liked to have had.
It's a war. It's a war of attrition. What's always they say about war? It's not always about the kills. It's always about the casualties and the you wound them. You're not gonna be 100%. You can't go back into the battle. So I'm just saying, I should have hit both legs, but I just
know of. It could be more. We could have some road shows in between there as well. Don't know that yet. It's a fluid situation, as you know. And fans, wow. Last night was a double sellout. A double sellout for on Friday. Well, actually, let me back up one day. On Thursday, it officially sold out. Then about 30 tickets more were added on Friday, and within just a short amount of time after those being put out, it sold out again. As soon as tickets are available on HarleyRace.com, fans, go grab them. Go grab them, because if you don't, and Aiden, you've seen this in the past, fans being turned away at the ticket window because they waited too long to get their tickets.
Wait, when we're at fire capacity, no one else can come, so sorry. I've seen it. You gotta get your ticket, get your tickets, or watch on YouTube or Showdown like everybody else.
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that, but there is nothing like and dastardly deeds put to the side for a moment. There is nothing like the experience at the Race Wrestling Arena with a jam-packed arena full of fans booing all day, all night, Aiden Riley.
Yeah, I don't really pay attention too much to the boos, but
well, apparently you were before.
Yeah, yeah, but now it's to a point where I just don't care. I'm doing me. I got to do what I got to do, and I'm putting my destiny in my hands. So
can you do me a favor, as a friend? Because we are friends. We have been friends.
Yeah.
If you're watching on Facebook right now, can you please open up and show again what happened to you last night? Now, I know that you can see this on the Facebook page. His chest is as beat as red as a tomato right now. I got the feeling for you, young man, that before much longer, it won't be just your chest. It'll be every square inch of your body that's going to be battered and bruised and beaten. And do you really want that?
I invite it. I say I get up and smile every time I get knocked down. I've not once been put out cold in that ring.
You are a glutton for punishment, sir.
I'm just saying. I've been down, but I've not been out. So every time I go down, I get right back up again, and I put a smile on my face and say, "Come on, let's roll."
Wow.
Camaro. Think about it. Camaro didn't put me down, did he?
Well, if you've got fans, if you've got questions, if you've got comments for all day, all night, Aiden Riley, join us on the KYRO Facebook page, the Traveling East Productions Facebook and YouTube page, and of course on the Uncensored Wrestling Talk Facebook page as well. We've got about 40 minutes left in the show, but right now we've got to take our first break here in the second hour. And we will be right back.
Hi, BJ Walters here. Join us for the News Radio KYRO Sports Flash from the Old Monroe Lumber Company at CN79 in Old Monroe and online at omlumber.com on your home for the Chiefs, Blues, Mizzou, NASCAR, News Radio KYRO.
Hello there, world. It's Dodd from Morning Java. I have a business, and I would not have anyone else insure my business other than Safe Harbor Insurance in Winfield. No matter what type of insurance it is you need for your business, Dave and Holly can help you to get exactly the coverage you need for your most important investment, your business. They're right here in Winfield. They're brokers, so they have tons of companies that they can pick from to get you the best coverage for whatever you need. 636-668-6296.
News Radio KYRO, heard worldwide at newsradiokyro.com. Powered by People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, branches in Winfield, O'Fallon, Cottleville, Ellsbury, Bowling Green, and 2 locations in Troy. Online at pbtc.net.
Well, welcome back to Uncensored Wrestling Talk right here on News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO, in the brand new Gateway Fiber Studio. What a glorious Sunday morning it is here in East Lincoln County, Missouri, and the St. Louis area. It's gorgeous outside. I hope that you're able to get out and go do something today. Enjoy it while you can, because we don't get it like this in August very often. In studio still with me, and he is agreed that he is going to stick until the end of the show. All day, all night, the one and only Aiden Riley.
That's right. I am here. I did agree to stay. I didn't have to, but I guess I just decided I will stay.
We have another comment for you.
Another one?
From the Facebook page. You've got to expect this now. You have to. You have to expect this. It's going to come from left and right and out of the woodworks now. Expect some chops from Superstar Steve, since you didn't get the job done last night. And let's face it, Aiden Riley, you didn't get the job done because I know that you were trying to keep Camaro Jackson from even entering into that door to Destiny Rumble last night with that wicked, dastardly deed you did to the back of his leg.
Did whoever said that? Did you not hear me when I said that it didn't matter about getting the job done tonight? As Camaro's now not 100%. Camaro ain't walking right probably for the next maybe week 2 weeks. I mean, I just threw a steel pipe through his leg, so I should have stayed in there and I should have hit the other leg. Honestly, that's what I really should have done. Thinking back now on it, after watching him win, there was a little bit of resentment. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Steve might mention something. I mean, I don't know. I ain't seen him in person. He wasn't there last night, so I've not gotten a phone call from him. So no news is good news. I guess that's how what they say. But yeah, I'm not worried about that. All I'm worried about is making sure that Camaro doesn't make it to the 25th anniversary show.
Well, just like you did with Leland Race, you slapped him not once, but twice, and you ran off. Then last night, you slapped Camaro Jackson. You hit him in the leg with this crazy steel pipe that's sitting here on the table, and you ran off. Is that your now plan in the future? Is just to mess things up for somebody and run off?
I don't know. Maybe. I kind of like it. It's kind of fun.
Wow.
I like throwing wrenches and things, and I'll gladly do my part if whatever I need to do to get it done, I'll do it. If you know what I'm saying. So and you know, whatever may have you come my way, I'll do. I'll do it again. I would. You know, because obviously, you know, he did unfortunately make it to the Rumble, and unfortunately he did win. So I guess that means I've got to rethink my game plan here on how I'm gonna make sure make sure that Camaro doesn't make it to that 25th anniversary show. So we're gonna go back to the drawing board, and I might talk to Steve. We might think of something.
So what are your comments then? What are your comments for those that supported you and that worked with you and trained with you, like Hillary Hamlin, because she was quite upset after everything went down last night? What are your comments to those folks?
You know, I say you're either with me or you're against me. And I don't say that in a different way. I just say that, you know, if you really were if you really were with me at the start, you'd still be with me, you know, through what I'm doing now, right? I mean, I would say if you were actually, you know, respecting of me and thought highly of me, and you'd like me as a friend, I'll treat you as a friend regardless of you know, whatever a person may do. You know what I'm saying? If I had the, you know, thorough respect for them, I always go by the you know, you gotta, in order to get respect, you gotta earn it. You know, so if you've earned my respect, I'll respect you for whatever you do, and whatever you say, and whatever you believe. So,
Blade Lennox, Jeff Wild, Hillary Hamlin, several others, not happy with what you've done. In fact, on the Facebook feed right now, we've got a question for you, and it's from Hillary Hamlin. And she says, "Where are my moon boots?" And then she says, "Stop hitting people, nerd."
Wow, nerd. Well, nerd. Okay. Nerd. I don't wear glasses like you, Hillary. Calling me a nerd. That's funny. 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 I'm not going to stop hitting people. I like hitting people. That's what my job is. It's like literally the one thing you can do in wrestling is as soon as that bell rings, you just it's legal to hurt somebody. So
it's not legal.
I mean,
you can't use that during a match. It's not legal.
I mean, you can. I mean, what's a disqualification? A loss in your book? I mean, you go to the next one.
Well, I guess you're just used to the losses then, huh?
I mean, it's at this point. Hey, if I stack another loss but I take somebody out that needs to be taken out, then I'll do it.
Just wow. Another comment for you.
Another one. Jesus Christ.
I told you they're going to come out left and right at you now. You had to have known that this was going to happen. You had to have known that this type of thing was going to happen and continue on. It says, and I quote, "Trying to take the Quadfather down with a lead pipe is like trying to chop a tree down with a wet noodle. He will be fine and beat Superstar Steve."
If he makes it. I don't think he's going to be able to make it. You just keep saying that Camaro, the Quadfather, which I thought he goes by the Grand Regent now. Which the last time I checked, I thought the Regent went to the Hyatt Regency or something like that. Ain't that a hotel? Or what's he? The Grand Hotel? Camaro, you're the Grand Hotel, the Grand Hotel Jackson. But anyways, that I digress. No, he's not gonna beat Superstar Steve. Let's just be real about that. Come on now.
I'm beside myself, fans and folks and listeners, viewers. I just never thought that I would see the day that you would be acting and doing all these things. Well, that was last night. That was everything last night. Camaro Jackson gets the win. He will face Superstar Steve. And I think Superstar Steve's and your worst nightmares are about to begin. They're about to truly begin, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see over the next couple of months what goes on, because talking with Camaro Jackson last night after everything was done. Oh yeah, he does plan on beating Superstar Steve, and he also told me that you need to have your head on a swivel. You need to have the head on the swivel now, because he's gunning for you now too.
Well, when you come for the king, you better not miss, Camaro.
Well, now you're calling yourself the king?
It's just a quote. Don't look too much into it now.
Wow. All right. We're gonna get off of last night for a little bit, okay? What were some of the better matches on that card that you took away from?
That's a good one. Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley was a good match.
Yeah.
I like that one. Was it The Miz and Gunther
and Damian Priest.
And Damian Priest. Yes, that was a really good match too. I like that one. Those two are probably were my top ones. SummerSlam was a really good show. I will say Cody's match was awesome. That was a very good match. They were all good. I don't know if there was one that was like, completely blew the doors out of all of the others. They were all really good.
I guess in your new mindset, however you want to call it, I guess you were kind of happy to see Gunther beat Damian Priest then.
Yeah. I like Gunther. He's a good guy. He does what he needs to do, and he does it well.
Cody Rhodes going up against Solo Sikoa in a basically Bloodline Rules 2 match. He defeated Roman Reigns back at WrestleMania in that same type of match. And, we thought that Kevin Owens and Randy Orton were both out because of injuries that they had sustained at the hands of the new Bloodline, who I'm sure you're a huge fan of as well.
They're pretty cool. I do that thumb Solo. Woo.
Well, I mean, yeah, I will give that to you. If Solo Sikoa hits you with that taped up thumb, the lights are probably gone.
Yeah. You're gonna be counting ducks. You're counting ducks.
You're counting ducks, as he says. Well, you're just full of all kinds of different sayings this morning.
Hey, I got a memory bank, a Rolodex of them. Ain't that what they call them? Old people, Rolodexes.
Okay. I didn't think you would take jabs at me as well, but okay. The OTC though, the original tribal chief, he showed up. He showed up during this Bloodline Rules match. And I'm sure you thought that he was going to try and take out Cody Rhodes. But, much to your surprise, I'm sure, he Superman punched Solo Sikoa and then also speared him.
Yeah, I think that's, that did surprise me. I'll admit that. That did give me, that threw me for a loop. I'll say this though. I mean, that's the whole the whole family turmoil. They kicked Roman out. They did whatever they needed to do. Now, they're like doing internal family conflict now, I guess you would call it. So I don't know, because now we've got a situation where Roman did what he did, and now Roman stared at Cody, and so now are we gonna have another rematch, or are we gonna have, I don't know, it's gonna be interesting now. Are we gonna have an infighting? Is Roman gonna have other people with him? Is there gonna be a what do you call it, a second bloodline, so to speak, or what's going to happen with that? So it's interesting. It threw me for a curveball.
A comment from Hillary Hamlin on the Facebook page, and I absolutely agree with you, Hillary Hamlin. So rude. So rude. And, this past Friday night, two nights ago, he's got me all kinds of flustered here. And I apologize for that, fans. I'm speaking about yourself, Aiden Riley. Friday night we had the return of Roman Reigns. First time he'd been back on SmackDown since right before WrestleMania, several months. And he got into the ring with Solo Sikoa, and he again super punched him, and he again speared him. But this time, you had Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa. They did get him from behind for a little bit. But you know what? He turned the tables. He turned the tables just like the original tribal chief would. And he speared Tonga Loa almost directly out of his shoes on Friday night.
Yeah, well, anytime you're on the receiving end of a Roman Reigns spear, I've obviously never took one. I don't want to take one because he basically, if he really could, he could rip you in half if he really wanted to with a spear. That's how hard he hits people. I mean, you said it right. He knocked him out of his shoes almost. So yeah, I mean, they've obviously got something going on where they've got something to figure out, whether that's Roman wanting to take back the bloodline or whatever. We don't know. So we're gonna see what goes on there.
What's your thoughts on? And I'm sure you like this guy too. Braun Breaker pinning Sami Zayn to win the Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam.
Yeah, I think it's good for Braun. I think he finally got his. What a freak of nature.
Interesting.
He's got it.
Well, we're gonna see tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw, Sami Zayn get his rematch against Braun Breaker, but this time it is gonna be a 2 out of 3 falls match. I know that you haven't had those type of matches yet, but how does one truly prepare for a match like that?
So it's kind of hard to give you a good answer for that, because I've obviously never been in a best 2 out of 3 falls or 3 out of 5 or whatever the case may be. But I think one is just you got to prepare. You got to prepare for it like you're gonna go for all three pins. Because it's not gonna end at one. And you sure don't want to get swept and losing too. So it's a lot of resiliency, a lot of mental training, really, because that's tasking. You're talking best 2 out of 3 falls. You're talking about wrestling for what, 20, 30, 40 minutes. Who knows? And you're talking, that's a toll on your body. I mean, you're doing everything from bell to bell. So I mean, it's tough. I mean, it's tough just to have one match. So imagine 2 or imagine 3. So I can't wait for something like that. But we'll be. That's probably what I'd do is I'd make sure I have enough cardio and willpower within me to be able to go for 3 matches.
Imagine, if you will, in the near future, if we had a 2 out of 3 falls match at the Race Wrestling Arena involving all day, all night, Aiden Riley against Camaro Jackson. It might even be faster than the match that you had with him last night.
That'd be interesting.
I'm just saying.
That'd be interesting. I think I could get 2 over on him. By the time I do a little studying, I watch some more of his matches. The thing is, I've been beside that ring filming while I was going through the academy, and I've watched up close a lot of Camaro's matches. So I've memory banked a lot of stuff that might just be some weaknesses of Camaro's.
Well, we are up against our last break here on Uncensored Wrestling Talk, and we're going to take that right now here in the Gateway Fiber Studios here on News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO, and also on our feeds. And we'll have more. We'll have more with good old Aiden Riley here right after this.
A careless driver can change your life in an instant. Do you know what to do or who to call? If you've been injured in a motor vehicle accident and don't have an attorney, call Auto Accident Help Desk for a free consultation. We can answer all of your questions and estimate the potential value of your case. Call Auto Accident Help Desk and connect with an expert personal injury attorney.
Call 800-815-5033. 800-815-5033.
Don't worry how to handle your medical bills, lost wages, and pain. We will get you the money you deserve.
They got me way more than the insurance company offered.
The consultation is free, and you don't pay any legal fees unless we win or settle your case. Make the smart call if you've been injured in an auto accident. Call Auto Accident Help Desk for a free legal consultation.
Call 800-815-5033. 800-815-5033. 800-815-5033.
Auto Accident Help Desk.
Trust the professionals at Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions. Buying or selling, they'll make your dreams come true. Here's farm auction and acreage expert Dan Stokes.
You know, Meyer & Company's been in the business for over 40 years. We specialize in things called 1031 exchanges, so we're very versed in how to exchange farm ground for other farm ground. So it's something that we do on a daily basis, and we really enjoy doing it.
We are the #1 stop in the region for buying and selling residential, commercial, and farm real estate. We've been serving the area for more than 40 years, and we do it with pride.
It's still a pretty strong seller's market. Dollars per acre is still high. If you're able to connect with a good agent and you can find something off market, we do that all the time, and you know, we're able to still get some deals out there here and there.
Dan Stokes.
You can either call my cell phone at 314-971-0654, or you can call the brokerage at 636-462-5555.
Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, North Lincoln Drive in Troy, 636-462-5555. Online at MeyerListings.com.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're for Home Sweet Home. We're for condos, tutors, single wides, and studios. We're for ranches, houseboats, 2 stories or 20, red cedar, bluebirds, white squirrels, black walnuts, whatever's out your back door, we're for that. We're for watching the sun rise over the Mississippi and set over the Missouri. We're for kicking off your heels in a high-rise or hanging up your hat in the bootio. And if you have a home in Missouri, we have a policy for you.
Call Sandy Turner at 107B North Lincoln Drive in Troy, 636-528-8443.
News Radio KYRO weather from the Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions Weather Center, online at MeyerListings.com. Broken clouds in Troy, getting down to 58 overnight tonight. Monday's high will be in the mid-60s, heavy intensity rain likely. Temperatures in the upper 70s forecast on Tuesday. Currently in Troy it's 75. In Wentzville it's 77 degrees. Perfect homes, commercial real estate or farm ground, Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, online at MeyerListings.com. I'm Erica Walters.
Well, welcome back to Uncensored Wrestling Talk right here on News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. Also on the KYRO Facebook page, the Traveling East Productions Facebook page and YouTube channel. Go like and subscribe. Also the Uncensored Wrestling Talk Facebook page. And in the studio this morning has been all day Aiden Riley.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's me.
Aiden,
That's me. Absolutely.
We have another comment for you. Yeah, I know. They just keep coming in left and right for you this morning. Aiden, I will give you credit. You have shown toughness, and no one can take that away from you. But a lead pipe is not your friend and not a finishing move. You will not win with a lead pipe. But I guess Chicken Little needs a weapon.
Chicken Little. Yeah. That's funny. Yeah. Go for the low-hanging fruit. That's what I would do. Yeah. Says the guy that doesn't put his body on the line and his life on the line in the ring. Either way, I digress. We've got something to move on to, don't we? What were we talking about? SummerSlam or something like that?
We were.
Yeah, something like that. Well, let's get back to it. Something that's more serious and more pressing matters.
We saw another championship change hands at SummerSlam. The United States Championship. LA Knight taking on champion Paul Logan. And I'm sure you're one of those Paul Logan fans, are you?
Logan Paul,
Logan.
Get it right, Serge. Yeah, it was a good match. I wish Logan Paul would have, came out the victor. But sometimes you can't, like last night, you can't win them all. So that was a good match. I mean, there was some cool things done. I mean, that backflip or jump onto the rope, backflip onto the table, that whatever thing Logan Paul did, that was crazy. It blew my mind. I will say that. But
I don't think he's actually put a name to that yet.
Yeah, I mean that was wicked. I mean I will say I won't lie, that was pretty wicked. I guess
basically a moonsault off the top rope.
Yeah, top rope moonsault springboard thing. It was kind of cool. Yeah, if I had a shred of athleticism of that, I would do that. That would be cool.
I thought you did.
Well, I mean I've got athleticism, but that guy, woo, that guy is. I mean that's. The way that he just could basically float in air while he was flipping, that's insane.
I give that to you. He's a phenomenal athletic human being. He really is. And he also tried to use a foreign object like yourself with the old steel pipe. He used the brass knuckles on LA Knight. However, it didn't get the job done, kind of like it didn't get the job done with Camaro Jackson last night. But I digress. He went to go cover LA Knight, and Knight was able to kick out. And, after that, a few moments later, he hit Logan Paul with that devastating, basically headbutt into the mat. And got that 1, 2, 3, and LA Knight is your brand new United States heavyweight champion.
Yeah, and I will say I do. I followed LA Knight for a while, and I like LA Knight. He's good. He's good. So I'm not too pressed or upset that Logan Paul didn't come out to win. But I like LA Knight. It was a good match. He's a good competitor. He's a good wrestler, and he's finally got his due.
We saw yet another. We had several championships that changed hands last weekend. And Nia Jax, through help, I gotta say that, and you have to also admit it, through a little bit of help from Tiffany Stratton, Miss Money in the Bank, she was able to defeat Bayley for that WWE Women's Championship. Your takes on the winner, Nia Jax.
What a beast of a woman. She just is she reminds me of like the male like Brock Lesnar that just comes in, wrecks everything, and just wins. And I mean, she's just a force to be reckoned with. I mean, she's beaten and steamrolled through everybody. And I thought I kind of was, swerved a little bit when Tiffany come out there, and I thought she was gonna, cash in on the Money in the Bank. But yeah, it's interesting. It was good. That was a real good match. I like that. I always like a good women's championship match that ends with a good ending like that. That was awesome. That was great. It was a good match.
I knew. I had that feeling that you were going to say something along those lines. Okay. Herb Simmons on the Facebook page saying, "Good day, gentlemen, and good day to yourself. I hope that you're having a wonderful morning this morning." And we also have another comment on the Facebook page for you there all day, Aiden Riley. I guess Aiden's new motto is, if you can't win them all, grab the pipe. I think that pretty much sums it up.
I like that. I might put that on a shirt. If you can't win, grab a pipe. I like that. Maybe I might put that on a shirt. Things you can do.
Leave it to him. Leave it to you.
What were we thinking? Like a black shirt or a white shirt?
Hey, you might as well go with the black shirt, right?
Comic Sans.
Most things stand out better on a black shirt, right?
Time script, yeah, like Skylar's,
Just
like her shirt, her shirt. Shout out, shameless plug there. Buy one. But I like
Get
that.
him at any event that she's at now.
If you can't win them, grab a pipe. I like that. Maybe I go on the back of it. Maybe I gotta have my face on there. This good looking face. I mean, it's gotta be on the front of the shirt.
Well, I mean, I know that you were in the back, in the promo room, taking pictures with that lead pipe that you have here.
Yeah, we had to do a photo shoot. Yeah.
Just so proud of that lead pipe, are you?
Yeah, I like it. I mean, it was gifted to me, by a friend. So.
We know you have already said it's Superstar Steve.
Yeah, so it's got sentimental value now. So it's like it's like when, your grandpa gives you your first pocket knife or something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's like this. It's like hey, it's mine now.
And I'm sure you might know what this means. Another comment for you from Facebook, from the Facebook feed, from Hillary Hamlin. I'll let you go ahead and say it.
Yeah,
please.
Comic Sans. Yeah, it's a text. Yeah, you've seen Comic Sans. It's like the number one. Like when we was always in school, Comic Sans. You had to have it in Comic Sans, or I believe it was like Times New Roman or something like that. Which I don't know why I need to do Times New Roman. I mean, I'm not Roman, So, but whatever.
What do you think of this crazy feud that is going on between Drew McIntyre and CM Punk? And yeah, we saw Drew McIntyre come out as the victor against CM Punk at SummerSlam, but this ain't over with yet.
It's kind of like we'll draw back to speaking of Skylar, kind of like drawing back to Skylar and Tootie. That it's still going. So yeah, Drew and CM Punk, like yeah, they're still going as well. There's not going to be a culmination of that probably for a while. So we will see.
We will see.
So
you're right. We will see. Your thoughts, though. Who do you think is going to come out on the victorious side when this feud is all said and done?
It's a good question. You got age and experience versus Drew. Drew's got the recent. I don't know. It's good. Good question.
You could say Drew McIntyre has age and experience now as well.
You're not wrong. If I had to choose, if I had to select one, I'd probably go Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre, huh?
I'd say so, yeah.
Okay. I'm here to tell you, Facebook is just lighting up for you. It's really lighting up for you. And
I'm a polarizing figure.
Another comment for you from the one and only Hillary Hamlin. And she says, also, I'm bigger than Nia Jax. See you in practice, nerd.
Is that a veiled threat, Hillary? Where's this camera? Right here, Hillary at practice. If you're gonna step up, I hate to say it, but if you step in the ring with me, it's equal rights, equal fights. So I'm sorry, but if you want to say that you're bigger than Nia Jax, that's fine. I mean, we could see you in practice Tuesday or Thursday. It doesn't matter either day.
Well, I for one cannot wait to see Hillary Hamlin step in to the World League Wrestling ring. They're at the wrestling arena for her first match. Hopefully that's coming soon. And Hillary, please be careful, because all day Aiden Riley has now got a brand new best friend that he says that he's going to keep with him at all times now, and that's this crazy steel pipe right here.
Oh, this?
Yeah, that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe a new fresh coat of paint. Yeah, maybe some tape. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I got carried away. Sorry. Yeah. A lead pipe. Yeah, I like it. A pipe. It hits people. It's fun. It's great.
We've only got a couple minutes here left on the show. About 3 minutes left. Real quick, your thoughts. Your thoughts on this Wyatt Six situation that's going on.
It's interesting. I'm glad that that whole storyline is still being continued. So it'll be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what goes on with that. I mean, kind of like we was talking at SummerSlam, where SummerSlam they had like a red light filter. I don't know if anybody caught on that. I can't remember whose match it was, but it was a weird like red light filter through the camera. So I thought that was kind of cool for it was like a minute or two. So I don't know if that had anything to do with Wyatt Six or if that was just an actual technical difficulty. Ha, pun. But yeah. So it's the Wyatt Six was they're interesting. They're fun. We'll see what they do moving forward.
Another real quick here. Another comment for you from Hillary Hamlin. A little back and forth going here between Hillary and Aiden Riley here. She says, "Veiled, I'll beat you up, little man." And she also suggests putting googly eyes on that pipe, because apparently that's what you're going to have when everything is said and done from everybody, because you've got a lot of people quite upset.
Yeah, how about I put googly eyes on the pipe and then hit you with it, Hillary?
No, I got to draw the line there. You can't go around hitting a woman.
No,
you can't.
No, I don't advocate for that. No, I'm just saying that if she's in the wrestling match with me, if she's in a match with me, I can't control it. I can't control it. Because when I put my new best friend in my hands, it has a mind of its own, and it just takes over for me, So it's just like, I must do what must be done. So, but thank you for having me on, though.
I do appreciate you. You know that about coming in, taking the time to do the show. Hopefully, we'll be able to get you on again.
And thank you. We got a crowd here too.
In the near future, we do have a little bit of a studio audience. I thank them for coming from all the way from Kansas City. A couple of friends of mine that you know.
Mm-hmm.
I do thank them for joining me here this morning, here on Uncensored Wrestling Talk. I thank all of you, the listeners and the viewers, joining us here on Uncensored Wrestling Talk this morning with all day, all night, Aiden Riley and his brand new best friend, the Steel Pipe over here. We'll see you all next Sunday right here on Uncensored Wrestling Talk, and until then, go watch some wrestling.
Adios.
Hi, this is Ken with Elliott Flooring. Listen for the News Radio KYRO local news at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., noon, and 4 p.m. Powered by Elliott Flooring.
Live from the Gateway Fiber Studios. Online at gatewayfiber.com. News Radio 105.3, 1280 KYRO Troy. It's 12 o'clock in the Heartland.
News. I'm Paul Stevens. The Trump campaign saying a foreigner attacked in some internal communications.
A research dossier the campaign had apparently done on Trump's running mate, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, was included in the documents.
Fox's Jill Nato. Microsoft saying Iranian hackers broke into the account of a high-ranking U.S. official in June, but the Al Jazeera news agency says Iran is denying any involvement. Vice President Kamala Harris, after a week of campaigning, now getting ready for a big dollar fundraiser.
This event in San Francisco has raised more than $12 million, adding to the $36 million the campaign says it hauled in after Harris announced Minnesota Governor Tim Walz as her running mate. Nearly 700 people have RSVP'd.